Okay. Welcome back to Nick Lenz's Comic Corner Classics as known classics. This is episode number 1507, Doubleshot number 1401. Now, before I get started, you'll probably be asking, Nick, okay, you uploaded a few videos yesterday, but according to your recording date, you recorded the day before. Why wasn't any new content, not like stuff you already recorded? Well, there's kind of been a reason for that. The past couple of days have been kind of frustrating for me, kind of in some way. You see, I got home late the past couple of days, so I have not had a chance to do much of anything. I mean, in the case of last night, I wasn't able to record anything at all because as soon as I got home, knowing after I got home, I was told, oh yeah, we're going to go to the movies. This was just after 6 o'clock at night. And I just barely had time to eat my dinner. And I went to go see The Suicide Squad, which I probably would do a big review of that at some point. Great movie, by the way. By the time I finally got home, it was after 10 o'clock. And if I was really lucky, I might have done one video. Yeah, one video. But now I'm going to do, to start off with today, I'm going to do 4 straight comic corners. Yes, 2 physical, 2 digital. I'm also definitely going to do a review for the new chapter for Bleach. Plus, I will definitely be doing my review for Boruto. Oh, yes, I will. I will be doing my review for Boruto finally. The past few days, it just got so late, I just had zero time to watch the episode and do a review of it. So today I will definitely get it done, so don't worry about that. Alright, getting out of the way, let's talk about the 2 trades, basically, that, one I checked out from the library, the other one I own. Don't worry, I'm trying to save money. Comic-Con's a couple days. And I just found out that Jim Shooter's going to be there. Awesome. Met once before, it'd be awesome to see the guy again. Alright, now, let's talk about a book where, get this, the creators behind this book have both since passed away. One passed away last year, the other passed away several years ago. This is the classic Superman story from the 1970s. And this story started off DC's Bronze Age of comics. Yes, DC's Bronze Age. This is Superman, Krypton, no more, Nevermore. It's technically the name of the story arc is the Sandman saga. It is roughly a near year-long story that basically covers. Okay, here's basically for you. It covers Superman issues 233 to 238 and 240 to 242. Now you're probably asking, okay, what about 239? Why is that not in here? Well, there is a reason for that. And it's something that a lot of people tend to question, really? That's the reason why it's not in here? Yes, seriously. The reason why 239 is not in this trade, because the issue was a reprint. I am not kidding about that. It was seriously a reprint. That was literally the reason why it was not in here. Now, this story arc is done by Danny O'Neill, who, like I said, just passed away last year, and Kurt Swan. Yes, the guy is known for being a long time, let's just say, Superman artist. He drew Superman for a long time. Yeah, this guy actually passed away back in 1996. You're thinking, 96? Wow. That was 25 years ago. Yep. And yes, the guy, he basically drew Superman, this series, for a long time. Oh my gosh. He drew it far back as 1948. His first issue being issue 51. He drew the series on and off for the next nearly 40 years. Yes, he drew on and off from 1948 to 1986. His final issue of the book being 423, Whatever Happened to Man of Tomorrow. The guy also drew Superboy from 1949 on and off, 1949 to 668. And you're probably asking, did he do Action Comics? Yes, he did. From on and off from 1948 to just when he passed away in 1986. The guy was a very good artist. From what I can tell, a lot of books that I read, basically, he drew. Yes. Now, in this story arc, why is Superman breaking from the chains of Kryptonite? Well, at the start of this very saga, Kryptonite is all the Kryptonite on the planet are basically turned into iron. Yeah, Superman's weakness to Kryptonite is completely removed. Yes, though this lasts for this one story arc and then he becomes vulnerable to Kryptonite again. Now, why is it called the Sandman Saga? You're probably thinking, Sandman, you mean Flip Marko? Nope. Wesley Dodds? Garrett Sand? Neil Gaiman Sandman? No, this is an actual Sandman. Yes, basically, Superman got exposed to some form of Kryptonite that basically just made him, remove the weakness. Though he did mention he's still vulnerable to magic. And the ground he was on basically turned into a sand man. And the guy himself didn't care about humanity. He wasn't really human at all. And you might be asking, did any Superman villains pop up in this storyline? The answer is no. There were none. The only one you can kind of say that did was Morgan Edge. Except this wasn't Morgan Edge. Now, Morgan Edge, the owner of Galaxy Communications, a ruthless businessman, though this particular Morgan Edge, from when I did a little research, this guy is not the actual Morgan Edge. Oh no. It was retconned that this guy is a creation of the late Jack Kirby. They retconned it later that this was actually not the actual Morgan Edge, but clone. Created by Darkseid to serve him. And you're like, really? Yes, really. We also have basically Superman's regular supporting cast here. Perry White, his love interest Lois Lane, and his best friend Jimmy Olsen. They're all here. And this is a very self-contained story. As far as I don't know if this was actually mentioned in the pages of Action Comics. I haven't read this far yet. Yes. And this is one of those rare times that I had never read the original issues, before I got the trade. But I gotta hand it. This actually was really good. I thoroughly enjoyed this. I'm gonna give this book a 10 out of 10 because of how much of a classic this book is. Yep. Oh, by the way, this cover right here, that's done by Neil Adams, someone I have met. Now, he does do the cover for this entire storyline, and this covers pretty much in the year of 1971, which was the start of the Bronze Age of comics. And this very story arc was considered to be the start of DC's Bronze Age. For Marvel, it was Death of Gwen Stacy. For DC, it was this. Yep. Alright, now, moving on to a different book that came out just a couple years ago, actually about 3 years ago. We have Superman Up in the Sky. Written by, you'd probably be surprised about this, Tom King. And artwork by Andy Kubert. Now that seems a bit surprising given the fact at the time, Tom King was writing Batman. Andy Kubert was a famous Batman artist, though he still is this very day a second generation artist. One of three I've heard of. There's Andy Kubert, Adam Kubert, and Jarmia Jr. are the only known I can think of second generation artists. They're still working. And, of course, these two guys, basically, Andy Kubert is the son of the late Joe Kubert, passed away 9 years ago, mind you. Yep. Now, what's basically the story here? There's not much of a story here, just basically a series of Superman adventures, where Superman does his own thing. And a lot of people thought when they were reading this that Tom King should have been the regular writer for Batman over Brian Michael Bendis, who actually was starting his time with writing Superman at this point in time. And yes, because Tom King's in the book. Yeah, this is something I've noticed though. When you have someone who's wrote Batman, they have to include Batman in a book that's not a Bat book. Because Batman makes a guest star appearance in one of the issues in here. And you're thinking, really? Yes, really. Now, aside from Superman, we also have guest appearances by Lois, Perry White, obviously. We also got guest appearance by the Atomic Skull. This is I believe, the second one, I'm mistaken. You have various Flash images of various Superman villains like Metallo. It's basically, in a way, like Tom King writing a Superman that fans can love. And look, a camp appearance by Doomsday. I mean, there's no really arcing story. It's just a series of stories. Like in the case of the second one here, Superman versus Maito. This is actually a homage story, in my opinion, to Superman versus Muhammad Ali, or just a boxing match. Yep. And this is basically originally a digital first series that was released in physical form. It was only a 4-issue miniseries that was actually also published in Superman Giant issues 3 to 13 and 15 to 16. Yeah. This book is another really good one. Like, if you're a Superman fan, get this. You would love this. Me personally, I'm not that big of a Superman fan, but I do like the stories. Yes, I do enjoy the stories, but I'm not as big a Superman fan. I'm more big of a big Batman fan than I am Superman. I do enjoy reading the books. Yes, I think they're really good, except I'm not high on Superman as I am on Batman. That's just my opinion. That's just me. I'm sure other people may feel differently about it. Some people are like, oh, I'm basically a bigger Superman fan than I am a Batman fan. Some people might say that. Me, bigger Batman fan than I am a Superman fan. Superman is not even in my top 5 favorite DC superheroes. Not really, no. I mean, most of them feel like Batman characters. I mean, by the way, I give this book a 9.5 out of 10. Of course, number 1 is, of course, Batman. Number 2 is Green Arrow. Number 3 is Dick Grayson. Number 4 is Tim Drake. I think like number 5 is probably The Flash. Yeah. That's who basically are my top 5. And you're thinking, you put Green Arrow there, but you don't put Superman there? Because I like Green Arrow. For one thing, he doesn't have powers. No, not really. And he's a bit of an underrated character, but people do know who he is. And I kind of wish they would have basically given him better treatment. Though unlike Batman and Superman, who do have ongoing series, Green Arrow doesn't. Yep. So yes, that's it for particular review. Next one is going to be digital reviews discussing 2 Green Lantern trades. Okay? Next video. Bye.